If a woman were to catcall a guy, what would they say? So I did some work years ago in the women's wing of the local jail. I have never felt more like a piece of meat than when I did that job. Basically almost all of the catcalls, in some variation, that have been posted here already. Also, hey baby, just stick it through the bars and I will do the rest. That was a wild week. I was a deputy in a county jail for a bit. We had a women's wing that I tended to avoid. The inmates tended to respect the uniform, but would sometimes catcall or drool at civilians. On my last day, I had turned my uniform in, so I was wearing slacks and a polo. I had to bring some mail to the women's wing, and when I walked it, it was like a scene from a western, where the gunslinger walks into the saloon, and everyone turns and looks. The piano player stops playing. Everyone stops. You could have heard a pin drop. A 400-pound woman eventually broke the silence by saying "He too skinny for me." Someone yelled in response, "Everyone's too skinny for you," and the cell block descended back into chaos. It happened to me. She was part of a group of kids that bullied me in middle school. She yelled nice ass at me from her bus as I was walking to mine. I heard her friends laughing. I guess they wanted to humiliate me. After that, I walked a different way to get to my bus. I have heard women catcall men before. A girl I knew said to a guy in a club, "Oh man, the shit I do to you." To be fair, he seemed to like it. Reminds me of one of the first times my best friend and I went to a bar. We were probably 17 or so in Denmark. Around 30 years ago there was this lady barfly there who definitely looked like she'd been in that pub for decades. Nicotine yellow fingers. Gravelly voice. She probably also missed a couple of teeth. Probably around 50-ish. She looked at my friend and said, "If I were 20 years younger I'd take you to the toilet and duck your brains out." I think my friend was traumatized. He was always reluctant to go to bars after that. You're packed and you're stacked, especially in the back. Brother, wanna thank your mother for a butt like that, thanks. Mom, can I get some fries with that shake booty? If looks could kill you would be an Uzi. You're a shotgun bang. What's up with that thing? I wanna know, how does it hang? Straight up. Wait up. Hold up. Mr. Lover. Like Prince said, you're a sexy mother. Well, I like em real wild. B-boy style by the mile. Smooth black skin with a smile. Bright as the sun. I wanna have some fun. Come and give me some of that yum yum. Chocolate chip. Honey dip. Can I get a scoop? This literally happened to me when I was still living in the UK. I was walking down the street minding my own business when suddenly from across the road came a female sounding voice in a very London accent. I was firstly startled by how abrupt the call was, then my state of startlement evolved into confusion and hilarity when the sentence "Oi big boy, let me see your saveloy" was hurled in my direction. Edit for context. A saveloy is a type of sausage similar to a hot dog, usually sold in fish and chip shops all over the UK. I've been groped by women out of nowhere while at a cocktail lounge with my girlfriend, now wife. Honestly, I always thought I wouldn't care, but quite frankly it creeped me the duck out. I tried going back there one more time and just couldn't enjoy myself. I got catcalled working at a supermarket back in the day. I was going through a long hair ponytail phase and a cougar, a rather attractive one that is, standing in the produce section as I go by, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I wanna tug on that tail, yeah." And strangely, unlike in the movies, I panicked and could only muster a smile as I made a hasty retreat away from what could been awesome, or the fast track to some sweet STD. That panic is rare for us guys, but it comes down to discomfort. I don't think it would get easier hearing it daily, just doing everyday things like our female counterparts. Even if we are dudes. I tried wearing a kilt for a bit. Thought it was fun. But I kept hearing from women how hot guys in kilts were not about me. I'm average. But it got annoying. What started as fun made me feel greasy for no reason at all, and took the fun away. I think all men should wear kilts for a short time. Give women a break. Maybe we'll treat them a little better overall. I'm not criticizing your comment, uberbeetle. You just got me thinking. So I'm gay and two girls literally did this to my boyfriend and me one time when we were in the car with the windows rolled down at a red light. She and her friend was like, "Hey boys, Oh my god. Are you brothers? You're both so hot. My boyfriend and I just looked at each other and proceeded to start making out, laughing my butt off. They were stunned after that. I used to jokingly talk like a guy to an older male co-worker. I was single, and I was very vocal to my friend about having a crush on our boss. I was talking to my friend one day and our boss walked by. My friend pointed it out, so I looked as he was walking away and told my friend I'd put a baby in him. LOL. That's totally not how I am, and it was just a silly secret crush, but it was fun to have a friend I could share my weirdness with. A receptionist who works for a different company, but in the same building yelled out to me that I was looking sharp suit and tie, and that she loved watching me walk away every morning. Found it hilarious, but the women in my office did not appreciate it. Definitely not appropriate behavior. I'm a man, and one time I was catcalled by a car full of women. As they drove by, the driver honked, while one of the passengers called out, "You are very handsome." I was 19 at the time, and it was very good for my self-esteem. Comparatively to how women are catcalled, it was a very positive experience. One time when my friends and I were 16, I had just learned how to whistle really loudly, like when you put your fingers in your mouth and let out a great cat call. So anyways, we come up to a red light and it's next to a gas station where some young guys were pumping gas. I rolled down my window and gave a cat call whistle, and one of the boys sprints to the car and gets inside. By then the light turned green and my friends and I were all shocked that this stranger got into a car with us. He ended up being cool and just asked us to drop him off at his friend's house, but none of us have ever catcalled anyone ever again. Women do catcall men. When I was young, my first job was barbecuing at the local dive. It was known to have a fair amount of cougars on weekends, when the more desperate ones who were no longer attractive enough to prey on young drunk guys, they would follow me around and make weird comments, ask about my dick size, or if I wanted lessons on how to please a woman properly. While offering hands-on training, I would politely just do my job. Sometimes they would wait until I had cases of beer in my hand and grab my junk as I tried to wade through the crowd to stock the bar, sometimes outside my pants, sometimes not. I'm not saying this was the worst experience ever. Unlike women in the same scenario, I never felt real danger as I was 20 years old, fit, 6 family, a 200-pound guy, and they were just sad middle-aged ladies. But yeah, unwanted and downright creepy women exist too, and Noon tells them to stop it. Hey baby, you a grower or a shower? I'm talking to you daddy. Damn, that ass look good in them jeans. Why you walking away? Am I too much woman for you? What? You scared? Lemme eat that, as like it's my last supper, and anything else that has been said to me that I can remember. I have been catcalled by a woman, but it was pretty low-key. Just to look at the body on you. She was 60 years old, I'd guess. I've been groped by younger women, usually drunk. I also had my ass slapped like a football player by a 40-year-old hostess when I was 16 or so. I'm probably too old for either of those to happen now. Still, I've been catcalled and groped by men almost the same amount as women. I'm 6 feet 2, 200 pounds though, so I haven't been intimidated. It's just awkward, but it does happen. I was catcalled by a chick in Minnesota once as I got off my truck, and I'll never forget what she said. She said, "Damn boy, you gonna give me a ride?" I answered, "You wanna climb in my truck?" And she said, "Yeah, that too." I got red, started crying and ran away. LOL JK, I actually did give her a ride and ducked her a few blocks down. Then my alarm went off and I woke up and realized it was all a dream and I was a lonely loser with no friends and no pros. Damn, I went too far. A student teacher at a school I went to catcalled me as a joke to see my reaction. I took it as a joke too, be it a little embarrassing to see her laugh at me when I turned around to see who was catcalling. This student teacher helped a special needs kid in the class and was generally liked by my class. She had lunch with us too, so she was like a part of the group. Had it not been for that, I might have seen it as harassment. But then again, I don't think she would done that if she didn't think I would take it as a joke. Yeah baby, lift those boxes. I bet you're good at lifting something else too. Insert creepy laughter and imitate sex movements. Why don't you come on over and lift me? Huh? Oh, you think you're too good for me? Oh okay then. Take your cheap ass on then. Those biceps are probably steroid swollen anyway. I would have been doing you a favor, little dick. You couldn't handle this. Funny story, I was walking 20 feet behind a 50-year-old man. A group of guys pass in a car and totally catcall him. He was so weirded out he stopped to talk to me about it. He looked visibly shaken, I couldn't stop laughing. As a 30-year-old female, I have had this all my life, so it's hard for me to give you sympathy right now. But I hope you remember how you feel right now in this moment, because you got a small glimpse of what it's like to be a woman. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing for more videos.